Boom. What up, everyone? Sorry, I was just fixing a little something. How's everybody doing? Welcome to a brand new Do Not Worry stream. I'm your host, Anthony, coming to you guys from the heart of Lebanon in the 09. How's it going, everybody? We just came off of the Chris Kunzler stream, folks. I was just on with Chris Kunzler. Thank you so much for Chris for having us on and his awesome community. A lot of familiar faces over there. Thank you for everybody who jumped in from Discord. Thank you guys for showing us so much love. Much love to Chris. That was super fun. Always nice to talk Lebanon. Always nice to connect with friend of the show, Chris Kunzler. How's everybody doing? Marina, Politics, Bawuki, Ali, Dawning, Marina, Scouty Paws, Hermio Taurus, Dana, Yellow Bentines, and Politics, who was first with the comment, and Hidden Iron. How's everybody doing? This is kind of a last minute stream, but I'm very excited to play the 6-7 game. I'm not going to lie to you guys, okay? It's the first time we do one of these viral challenges here live on stream, okay? I'm not going to lie. I tried a little bit, okay, earlier. I just wanted to see if the camera and stuff worked. There's a few little technical glitches that we'll have to get over, but I'll be able to make it work, okay? If all these other streamers can make it work, I can make it work. We're going to do the 6-7 challenge, okay? I'm 35 years old. That doesn't matter. We're going to make it happen. Welcome to the stream, everyone. Before we get going into our topics, we're going to be talking about some Lebanon updates. Amal Khalil, a very prolific Lebanese reporter, was murdered by Israel. We're going to talk about that. I know we're going to have some fun, but we always have to talk about some serious stuff. There's some Denims lawsuit updates, apparently, which I just saw on Twitter, like 12 minutes of Denims giving us updates on the lawsuit, which makes sense because there was a clip which I tried to find that I couldn't find right now of Ethan talking about him being nervous and like can't sleep. We talked about it with Chris very quickly because of some lawsuits. I wonder if it has anything to do with Denim's lawsuit. So we'll talk about that a little bit. Also, James, our co-host on Better Left Unsaid, had a couple of tweets go viral this week talking about like H3 and H3's community being super racist towards Turkish people and stuff. We're going to talk about that as well, and some little random updates. But first, let me take a second to thank our lovely members and patrons who make sure that we can keep paying the bills over here, that keep this channel running. We love and appreciate you. I was supposed to do a members stream today. I'm going to try. That's probably going to happen maybe tomorrow and maybe Sunday during the day. I will have to figure that out. I had a small change in plans today. Let me take a second to thank some of our lovely members. Members such as Hidden Iron, Nola Magnolia, who's been a member for 13 months. Holy shit. And John Flax, who's been a member for John Felax, who's been a member for 2 days. Bozingas, who's been a member for 1 month. Advisory warning. Brew George 123. MD Saeed 13. Sleepy Coyote Noise. Tractor King, Amid EW, Goo Goo Gajube. I love saying Goo Goo Gajube's name. Alex Novell, who's been a member for 9 days. Holy shit. Did Alex get gifted a membership? That'd be fucking awesome. Or if he paid for that membership, also awesome. Ooh, the chat. Sorry, guys. I had the chat removed. Sorry, I didn't have the chat for the Zoom call with Chris. Lovely members. Isabella and Music, thank you for being a member. Wild Wise Witch, thank you for being a member. Jordan Starr, thank you for being a member for 3 months. Nelly BTV, thank you to all of you. We love you all. Whether you've been a member for 1 day, 1 year, whether you've been gifted a membership, whether you've been out there gifting memberships, we love and appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for the support, genuinely. Also, our lovely patrons. We got a brand new patron today, an abductee patron by the name of Joseph Ramirez. Joseph Ramirez, thank you so much for becoming a patron and supporting us on Patreon. Patrons get exclusive content such as Nour and Karine's fantasy board review and different reactions of mine, and you get re-uploads of the members stream. So Patreon's a great place to be. We love all our patrons, including brand new patron Joseph Ramirez, other abductee patrons like Isa Nabila, Rachel, Ink, and Jenna, and your M9M and Deathwish Dina. Also, our blonde patrons, Matthew Bax, Loria Zabaleta, Hani Farah, Cassette Guy, Mario M. Our superhero patrons like Raya D, Rana F, Maroon Buslayman, and Claudia. And our God tier patron, our last man standing, Ilan Mujabri. We love and appreciate you all. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. We love and appreciate you. And please keep in mind, folks, you do not have to be a member. You don't have to be a patron. You do not have to send in any super chats to support the channel. Simply like the video, like the stream if you're watching it, If you're watching the replay, leave a comment, hop into the live chat. If you're watching live, have some fun, join our Discord, and do your boy a favor and subscribe to not my brand new channel, just the rebrand of the gaming channel. Tino's Playroom, folks. Okay, it's been gone are the days of DNW Gaming. Okay, do not worry, gaming is gone. It is now Tino's Playroom, where there's still going to be gaming. I'm still going to finish Dark Souls 2 and hopefully all of the Dark Souls games, but I'm also going to be building Lego sets over there. Okay, I really love building Rivendell over on the main channel, but it's like got nothing to do with the rest of my content, and I plan on building more Lego. So I figured that mixing Lego building and the main channel aren't going to make sense. So I figured, and the gaming channel was too specific towards gaming, so I needed to make it a little bit more general. I figured Playroom is a fun time because we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna play video games. Okay, this is connecting with your inner child. Why Tino? Why is it called Tino's Playroom? Well, Tino is the nickname that my family calls me. Okay, my mom and my dad and my sister, when they want to, like, you know, give me a cute little nickname, they always used to call me Tino. So I figured, what's better than reconnecting with your inner child and building Lego and playing some video games and having fun than using my childhood nickname. I also want to build a distinct separation between that channel and this channel, like the Do Not Worry brand. I don't want, I was thinking DNW Playroom, Do Not Worry Playroom, Anthony's Playroom. I didn't want to go Do Not Worry because, like, I want people who discover that other channel, if anyone does, to just discover it and enjoy it for what it is. Lego, the occasional video game, stuff like that, live streams, and just talking about like nerdy and fun things without all the baggage that this channel brings, because this channel brings a lot of baggage. There's been beef with tons of creators. There's a lot of people on the internet that don't like me and just all the stuff that we talk about on this channel, even some Lebanese people that disagree with my political takes. I'd rather have the other channel really be its own thing. So, and also shout out to Nour for the beautiful branding. She was kind of nervous about the branding, and it took so long to do because she just like wasn't feeling like she liked it. I was like, this looks fucking dope. I love the colors. There's a little brick here, if you notice, that looks like a heart, and this is like a computer button, like a keyboard button. So we got a little bit of a Lego brick, a little bit of gaming involved. I love the colors. We kept the space background. I think the branding looks super nice, super cute, and we just released. So make sure to subscribe, folks. Make sure to subscribe to the Tino's Playroom, okay? I'm also, there's this very famous YouTube Lego creator called Tiago Santorino. He's one of the most famous ones, so I figured Tino sounds a little bit, you know, more like a Lego name. No, I'm kidding. I wanted to do Anthony's Playroom, but it sounded a bit too long, like Anthony's Playroom. And then if you look to the side here, like the name won't, it might not all fit. So Tino's Playroom is clean, it fits. And also, we just dropped our first video today. Not my first, again, the first video with the rebrand. Okay, I've already done my Rivendell review. I did a Lego haul where I go over all the new Lego that I've been collecting over the past couple of months during the war, waiting for a chance to build them. So let me share the link for this video. Please go and watch it. Give it a like. If you guys are interested, of course. Leave a comment. I just dropped the link in the live chat. Go watch that video. I'll just give you guys a quick sneak peek. Tino's Playroom. I'm Anthony, aka Tino. Welcome to the... It's going to take some getting used to calling myself Tino. I'm still saying my name's Anthony. Rebrand of the channel, I guess. This has been a mostly gaming channel. Blah, blah, blah. I thought about what to expect from the channel. Then we get into the unboxings. Not the unboxings, laid my eyes on. So I had to pay kind of a premium to get this one. Look at, I'm not going to tell you how much I paid here. You want to know how much I paid for the set? Tune into the video and find out. It's a few $100s, let's say that. So you guys want to know how many hundreds I dropped on this puppy? Watch the video. The set. Look how beautiful. Dinosaur one looks amazing. It's beautiful. Sending us Rivendell for, look at that. We got this gift from bricking.com. I'm not going to spoil the whole thing. Here's another little, we got a one-piece set that we're going to be building. You get 5 minifigures. So this is a haul. I'm just showing you my whole collection. Okay, everything I picked up. Let me give you, do I have a little sneak peek somewhere here? Yeah, look at that. Pretty insane. I'm not going to tell you guys how much I paid for all of this stuff. Best not to talk about it, all right? But very excited to build this stuff live on stream with you guys and to put up. So go support, go show the video some love, go show the rebranded channel a little. Sarah, don't spoil it in the chat, but you got it. Sarah, guys, W's in the chat for Sarah. She knows exactly how much I paid for this thing. Yes, that's how much I paid, folks. Don't judge me. It's in the chat. I'm not going to say it out loud. So, and I think the One Piece is the one we're starting with, and I think we're starting with One Piece tomorrow. I think tomorrow night we're going to be doing the first Lego building live stream on on Tino's Playroom. I think Demi's going to be here. Most likely, Demi will be here, and we will be building the Going Meta from One Piece together tomorrow night. So I'll post the link for the live stream a little bit later or tomorrow. It's going to be super fun. And let's go. Rahul Hussein. It used to be $350 in the States. Yes, then it became $400 in the States. So in Lebanon, you got to consider it's going to be about like $500 at least. And then because it's retired, I had to pay that little extra retired tax of $50. Let's go. The Eevee, I got it as a gift from Bricking. When I bought the Cantina, Bricking sent us over Eevee as a gift. Isn't that fucking awesome? Sent us Eevee. Look at that. Eevee from the Pokemon Lego collaboration. Literally as a gift. They're so fucking sweet. You know, as if sending us Rivendell wasn't enough. They went ahead and sent us Eevee. So anyways, watch my haul video for more details. Leave a comment. Do all the fun stuff. We very much appreciate your support. Okay, we're going to get into some topics. And the last thing we're going to do is the 6-7 challenge. And before that, we'll talk about Ethan. First, we're going to do some couple of unserious things, then serious things. And then one saliva bubble. Yes, isn't that crazy? Listen, it's retired. Okay, it's a retired set. It's a lot of money. I do not recommend anyone pay that much money for that Lego set. Definitely. It was crazy of me to do. But I also, in my mind, I was like, well, Bricking sent me a free set. You know what I mean? They sent me a free set that costs $580 here in Lebanon. So the least I could do is pay a little premium for the Cantina. And holy hell, Jim D. Dukers has just gifted us 5 Do Not Worry memberships, folks. Thank you so much, Jim. We love you and appreciate you. And thank you so much for the awesome super chat on Chris's stream. That was very sweet of you. We love you, Jim. Such a nice little appearance. All of you guys, half of you guys were there. Like, I know there's overlap between me and Chris's audience, but like all you motherfuckers were there. That's crazy. I love that. It's fucking awesome. Someone, I can't remember who wrote it at the end, but someone was like, the Venn diagram of Anthony and Chris's audience is a circle. Just simply one circle. That is the Venn diagram. Okay, so first of all, what is this? Clavicular's friend, who's another look maxer, explains that he cries all the time because the tears make his hair softer.
My hair, and it's almost like sea salt spray. Also, so the thing people don't know about Crymaxxing is like you actually have salt in your tears. So what I do is I take.
So it's actually called Crymaxxing. This is we live in a crazy world, and he's actually crying now, which is even more insane. He's actually crying as he says this. Wait. Oh, Dana, I missed your super chat. Dana sent a $2 super chat and says, so stoked for the Lego haul. I know, it's a pretty good haul. It's a pretty good haul. There's a little bit of everything in there. You know what I'm saying? We got big, expensive, retired sets. That's covered. We got sets covering like popular TV shows or anime shows. And like a boat. I know boats are very popular in Lego. We have a pirate ship. We have the One Piece show. We got Pokemon's hot. Pokemon's always hot. We got an Eevee, and we got a Pikachu from a competing brand, Mega. If you like Star Wars clone armies, then you're in for some fucking fun, because I'm building myself an army, y'all. So yeah, there's a little bit of and you like Batman, you like cars. I'm not interested in cars at all, or like buying a Lego car, but like the Batmobile, the Tumbler in particular, I had to buy that thing, of course. So thank you so much, Dana. Very excited to get to building. I wish I could build them every day, like just do Lego content for a while, but like I would starve to death if I would just make Lego content. Let us continue with this guy. So Crymaxxing. And yeah, he's crying as he says this.
So the thing people don't know about Crymaxxing is like you actually have salt in your tears. So what I do is I take the tears and I put it in my hair, and it's almost like sea salt spray. It's not fucking funny stuff. I don't complain that much. So the thing people don't know.
Okay, this is great. Honestly, I would watch this guy if he just sits there and cries and puts his tears in his hair. Like, I don't know. Like, doesn't salt in the hair like dry up the hair? Every time I go to the ocean, my hair feels like super dry, and I can't wait to like rinse it off. You know what I'm saying? It's super annoying. Ooh, Haley sends a $5 super chat and says, if you haven't seen it already, check out Lance from the Surf's video about Andrew Callahan at some point in your free time. I saw a clip of that on Twitter, and I have not gotten a chance to watch the whole thing. Lance has been making bangers. Didn't he recently make a video about how J.K. Rowling was always fucked up, and like the Harry Potter movies and books were like always kind of fucked. He's always on point. Thank you so much for the recommendation. If you guys would like me to watch this on stream, we could maybe watch that someday. We've just had, it's been a while since I've done a stream where like we just sit and watch like a long form video, right? We used to do that a little bit more often back in the day. There's just been so much to cover lately. Nola Magnolia slams a $1 super sticker with a little inverted smiley face. Nola Magnolia, thank you so much. That's such a cute super sticker. This guy needs a super sticker.
What about Crymaxxing is like you actually have salt.
It's just called being emo. I love how being emo is called Crymaxxing today. I'm just Crymaxxing, bro. The salt. Okay, let me just look into the salt thing. Is this real? Because to me, salt makes hair. Does salt make your hair drier? Okay, I mean, the AI overview says, yes, salt makes your hair drier. It acts as a desiccant, absorbing natural moisture and oils from your hair and scalp, which can lead to a rougher, more textured, but brittle feel. While this is beneficial for creating volume, beach waves, and reducing oily hair, excessive use can cause dehydration, breakage, and dullness. Yeah, like normally, like salt absorbs all sorts of like liquids and stuff. That's why when you consume a lot of salt, you get super thirsty. So, but I guess it's good for volume. So dehydrating your hair is good for volume, which yes, makes sense. Yes, because yeah, if your hair is oily, it's like kind of clumped together and stuff. When it's like super dry, you get that volume, which I don't have right now. So, but if at the rate that this guy's crying, it looks like it's excessive. Okay, this guy be crying a lot. He's been crying throughout this whole video. Does he cry during his whole streams? What's this guy's name? Dylan Laxtham? Dylan X Latham. I don't know, dude. This is pretty fucking crazy. McG says, depends. Ocean hair makes my curly hair less frizzy. It just dries my hair out, I feel. It dries my hair out. So that was my reaction to this. Okay, this guy. You guys remember this guy? We talked about him like last week. He's this Lebanese delivery guy who unfortunately looks like the IDF spokesperson, Avichai Adre. This is the guy who puts out all the warning videos like, you need to evacuate your home, and he speaks in Arabic. Evacuate your homes now. Like, people in Gaza and in Lebanon are traumatized by this guy's face. So we have this delivery guy who works for a local delivery company called Toters. They're like your Grubhub in America, okay, or your Uber Eats or whatever. This dude looks like this fucking guy, and he's been going viral online for looking just like him, and people are having crazy reactions anytime he shows up at the door.
كل ما وصل الاوردر لحدا يفتح لي الباب عم يتفاجئ. مثلا هلا صارت معي فتحت لي الباب يا حضرة ما فهمت ليش وانتم شو حدكم ردة فعلكم لما انا بوصلكم اوردر.
So he's been going viral, and look, he's been trying to cash in on it. Okay, he's trying to take advantage of this, and look, honestly, the guy's a delivery driver. He doesn't get paid all that much. Make your money where you can, earn that bread, make your money, dude. Okay, you look like an IDF spokesperson. You've been handed a shit card in life. Do whatever you can, okay? Turn that rotten lemon into some salvageable lemonade. Cut around the rotten parts, squeeze what's left, make what you can, take advantage of it. And our brother is, folks, because he's selling air conditionings. Okay, I wish this were a subtitle that's not.
سلامتكم وسلامة عائلتكم. ضبوا الشتوي ونزلوا الصيفي. وصل AC الشيغو ولسلامتكم. يجب الابتعاد عن.
He's literally dressed like an IDF spokesperson. He's starting the video as if he's making some important announcement, like, ladies and gentlemen, I have an important announcement to make. These Shifo ACs are now half off. Isn't this fucking crazy?
عنه مسافة لا تقل عن 10 أمتار بسبب قوة برودته ويوجد لدينا.
He says you need to step away 10 meters away from this air conditioning because of how cold it gets. Isn't that fucking crazy? Just like the Israelis warn, like, get away, you need to stand 1,000 meters away from this house or else you'll be killed. He's like, stand 10 meters. Look, he's standing with a stack of air conditionings, of ACs behind him. Honestly, I can't blame him. This is distasteful, obviously. There are people who have actually been harmed by this fucking guy, who have woken up to a tweet by this guy being like, leave your home now. They've left their homes and they've watched their house be demolished. This guy is a source for PTSD and stuff. But our bros got to pay the bills. Bros got to pay the bills, and they're not going to pay themselves. And in this economy, shit, you got to make whatever dollar you can whenever you can. Okay, I don't mean that. Don't do whatever to make money, folks, okay? But like, you know what I'm saying?
جميع المقاسات وهذا الانذار مش مسحه في عالم ناموا بالصيف وتغطوا والعنوان معروف نيتشرز باور فرحاتها صغرتها الطريق العام
Okay, you guys want to buy that AC?
إلى جميع سكان لبنان حفاظا على سلامتكم وسلامة
I have an important announcement for all Lebanese citizens. In order for your own safety and security and well-being,
أعيلتكم ضبوا الشتوي ونزلوا
put away your winter clothes and bring down your summer clothes.
الصيفي وصل اي سي شيغو
Shigo ACs are here. I wish this were in English so you guys could fucking understand. It's so fucking funny. One second. I think that I missed. We got another super sticker from Nola Magnolia. This time, instead of an inverted smiley face, it's a cool little smiley face with sunglasses. Thank you so much, Nola, for the support. That's very kind. Also, Brat6738 sends a $2 super chat and says, let a guy tears max in peace. Listen, honestly, his content is way less harmful. I've only seen those 12 seconds, but tears maxing and encouraging boys to cry is way less harmful for society than someone like Clavicular who's out there doing fucking meth and ODing on camera and being the worst possible influence and just the most disgusting content, honestly. So I support what's his name, Nathan or whatever, something Nathan. And Brad says air conditioner maxing. Oh my god, dude. Brad6738, thanks so much for another generous $2 super chat. That's very kind. This is fucking crazy, man. This is crazy. Lebanese people have no limits. We really are marketing kings. He did fix his haircut, kind of, because if you see this haircut, he had the V thing going. And the V thing makes him look a lot more like Aviche. You know? Now, he's kind of given himself, like, it's all rounded out. But this doesn't look good, honestly. Go back to the V. The V looked better. Anyways, what else we got here? Okay, I gotta talk about this. I think I've already talked about this before because this video went viral in Lebanon because Michael B. Jordan, yes, the actor Michael B. Jordan famously liked this video on like TikTok or something and left a comment of like a salivating emoji or something. So this video made the rounds of like a chicken sandwich being made here. I just have some comments, honestly. It's all cheese right there. So, you know, they put the chicken on top. Generous serving of garlic sauce, toom. Some pickles. I should not. I'm starving, so I should not have done this. But what I wanted to say is that this sandwich is fucking overrated as hell. I'm sorry, okay? Look. First of all, there's way too much cheese. This is like a cheese melt thing. This is not a chicken sandwich. There's way too much. First of all, I don't like cheese on top of grilled chicken. Rarely, unless it's like maybe shredded cheese on like a taco or something. A lot of melted cheese with grilled chicken, I don't like. Fried chicken, you have my attention, sir. Some molten cheddar on like on the fried chicken sandwich, fuck yeah. But this rotisserie chicken with this much cheese? No. I don't care if Michael B. Jordan liked this video and if this video went viral. This is not how Lebanese people consume their chicken sandwiches, for the most part, okay? And I know people in chat are disagreeing with me. You Americans love your cheese too much on sandwiches. In Lebanon, when you get a chicken sandwich, there's rarely any cheese in there, especially this kind of cheese. Hear me out. I live here. And too little chicken. Like, you put all this cheese and you just grab this little pinch of chicken. I'm sorry, man. Look at that little... What is this? This whole... Look at all this bread over here and cheese area that has no chicken coverage. And this is all skin over here. There's no meat. There's nothing here. And there's just skin over here, man. Like, what are you... Lebanese people are known for their generosity. Look at... What is this? I know they're doing the one take for fucking TikTok, but like, no. No. Someone has to say something about this. There is not enough chicken on this sandwich. Barely a little strip of chicken here. Nothing here, nothing. And just skin. Just skin here. And way too much garlic. I mean, what? There can never be too much garlic in a sandwich. Never be too much garlic in a chicken sandwich. But with this little chicken, you're putting... There's more garlic than chicken, and there's more cheese than either of those things. It's just all the proportions are off. And now, okay, controversial. I don't like pickles with my chicken sandwiches. The amount of pickles here is fine. Okay, respectable amount of pickles. Spread them out a little bit more, of course. Respectable pickle ratio. Now, when it's closed up, it looks good because this just looks like chicken and garlic, which is what you want. Okay, maybe a little bit of lettuce in there, maybe a couple of French fries for some extra crunch, but that's it. None of that cheese business, and way more chicken. I would, if I had paid for the sandwich, how disappointed I would be with the amount of chicken in there. No one would pay for this. You would return the sandwich and be like, sir, double that pinch of chicken that you added. Haley D sends a $2 super chat. Thank you so much, Haley, and says, never forget Catherine chose Austin over Michael B. Do I understand that reference? What reference is that? Are we talking about... I used to watch Friday Night Lights. Is that a Friday Night Lights reference? Or is that from Sinners? I can't remember. Haley, thank you so much for the support, though. Please explain in the live chat. Not in the super chat, though. Brat says cheese maxing. Yeah, this is a cheese maxing sandwich. This is more cheese with a two... Thank you so much for the $2 super chat. This is way more cheese than anything else. Irene the Dream says Americans want the cheese pull to be 10 feet long. The cheese will hit the floor and they'll still eat it. Yeah, Americans are too obsessed with cheese pulls. What's up? I mean, everyone... Look, if I'm eating a pizza, if I'm having a calzone, I'd like a cheese pull. But this is a respectable grilled chicken sandwich. Rotisserie chicken. And not enough chicken in that sandwich. Chris, what do you think of the amount of chicken in there? He says the skin is good. Chris, I know the skin is good, but like wouldn't it be better with chicken underneath? I'm not saying less skin. I'm just saying more chicken. Anyways, I just wanted to clarify that not all Lebanese people worship this video of this sandwich. It's very controversial for me. Very controversial. I had to clear it out. Okay. Let's have a little bit less fun now. Sassy says Big Dairy strikes again. Goddamn Big Dairy. There's a Lebanese TV show. What is this one called? Mish Masrahiyya. This is called Not an Act. By the way, this guy's a friend of the show. This host right there, Joe Malouf, he once presented an award via video on the Do Not Worry Awards a few years ago. I can't remember how he ended up reaching out to us. I think we talked about him being a DJ. He's also DJs. He hosts like a legal program, and he's the guy who exposed my high school math and science teacher for being a pedophile. This guy did it, dude. This guy exposed my old teacher for being a pedophile, allegedly. And he's the guy who taught me how to snowboard, not him, the pedophile. So he's the guy who exposed him. It's fucking crazy. So I don't know. I can't remember how he got in contact, but this guy literally sent in a submission for... He presented the award for what? I can't remember, dude. On the Do Not Worry Awards, like 3 years ago. Do Not Worry Awards 2. Anyways, friend of the show, Joe Malouf. And yeah, the pedophile, the teacher story is a whole piece of lore that I think I've talked about before. But yeah. Anyways, Joe Malouf, friend of the show, is hosting a show now called Mish Masrahiyya. We support our friend Joe Malouf in whatever endeavor he does. Where this little fucking guy says that he wants to see an Israeli embassy in Lebanon. Let's watch that.
نشوف سفارة إسرائيل ببيروت.
So this guy's like, I would like to see an Israeli embassy in Beirut.
نشوف سفارة إسرائيل ببيروت.
He's already like, He's like, ugh. Say what? Oh, no.
أنا لا أؤيد.
يا عيب الشوم.
This guy's telling him, shame on you. Ya عيب الشوم means shame on you. For those who wanted an Arab word of the day, Ya عيب الشوم means shame on you. Ya عيب الشوم. And the other lady's like, fuck off. She's like, this is humiliation. So no one else is fucking with him.
يا عيب الشوم.
وبالأشرفية كمان.
Oh, what a little dweeb. He's like, and I wanted an Ashrafi. Ashrafi is a very Christian area in Lebanon. You could say a center point for the Lebanese forces who are the extreme right Lebanese Christian party. Ashrafi is like their home base. Ashrafi. It's a Lebanese Christian stronghold, you might say. Ashrafi. I wonder if they would ever call that a stronghold. Yeah. So he's like, but and his little smile, his little geeky smile. I wanted an Ashrafi. Oh my god, dude. How old is this guy?
خلص على القد.
نشوف سفارة
Oh my god.
إسرائيل ببيروت.
يا عيب الشوم.
أنا لا أؤيد.
يا عيب الشوم.
هيدا
الذل بحد ذاته صراحة يعني.
سارة.
يا عيب الشوم.
And are the people that are cheering, I'm confused if they're cheering at what he's saying, like they also want an embassy, or are they cheering for the people telling him to like shut the fuck up, essentially? Yeah, just as you've told us the story before. Okay, so I have told the story. I have told the story, folks. Hell yeah, folks. I was trapped. Nah, not me alone. Because you know how they do, just a quick, how they do these ski trips. When you're in high school, they'll take you guys up in the mountains for like 1 or 2 days to ski or whatever. So we had one of those in Lebanon. And our math teacher / science teacher was also a ski and snowboarding instructor. So he was the guy to take us, and I went to meet all of my friends, including Elias. You guys know Elias from Dark Souls and the channel. Elias, our friend, me, him, and a bunch of other kids from our middle school. We were like fucking 12 or 13 or some shit. We were up in the mountains, trapped in this little lodge for 3 days with a pedophile. We didn't know it was a pedophile. We had no idea. We were kids. We found out like 7 years ago or something. Crazy shit. Anyways, nothing happened to us, thankfully. He prayed after like lonely kids and kids that didn't have friends and kids with like daddy issues. He would step in and be like their father figure. Anyways, long story. Let's move on from this. Yeah, this guy, I mean, ain't gonna be no Israeli embassy here in Lebanon. Boy, you hear me? Hear me, little boy? Okay? Look at his little stupid little face. Dude, I want to bully this kid. Straight up.
فية كمان.
سارة.
What a little dweeb. The way he's like laughing when he says it. Ashrafi came in so pleased with himself. Anyways. Uncle Jenk. Okay, he's not really my uncle, folks, but Jenk is everyone's honorary uncle. Means well most of the time. Is very cringe. But I still love him. I still love Jenk. Okay, he's Uncle Jenk. I can never hate Jenk. I could hate on cringy and horrible things that Jenk says. He could have horrible takes, many horrible takes, but I cannot hate Jenk Uger. I can't. I've watched the man for far too long. I know his heart is in the right place for the most part, so I cannot hate Jenk Uger. Very cringe, a lot of bad takes, but he's Uncle Jenk. Sophia Loves Monkeys has just become a member. Thank you so much, Sophia, for joining the family and for becoming a member. I think you've been a member before, right? Haley D says Shaky Gurga. Drax says Uncle Junk. No, come on, guys. Jenk he's such a fierce defender of Palestine, honestly, in Lebanon. Like, look at this tweet. He's saying Israel is planning to steal 40 billion gas field. Wait, let me start that again with my Jenk voice. Israel is planning to steal 40 billion gas field in Lebanese waters. Sorry, I meant self-defense. Hard. Brad says Jank Maxing with another $2 dono. Thank you so much, man. It is. Everything's maxing today. We got Jank, cheese maxing. In order to do that, they're going to destroy 70 villages, including 3 Christian ones. Very dry throat. No one in our government cares. In fact, we're funding this. I need to work on my Jank. Let me try that again. 1 second. 1 second. Israel is planning to steal 40 billion gas field in Lebanese waters. Sorry, I meant self-defense themselves into 40 billion. In order to do that, they're going to destroy 70 villages, including 3 Christian ones. No one in our government cares. In fact, we're funding this. Kind of. I can work on it. Okay. Drax says it's got a good foundation. That's all we can hope for. That's all we can hope for. Let me go get my honey. I'm just doing damage to my throat. Vocal. I hope that was worth it. That's Hulk Hogan. Haley is not impressed. Can Demi do an Anna voice? I don't know. I don't think Demi knows who Anna Kasparian is, to be honest with you guys. We'll have to introduce her to some TYT lore. Okay, just one sec. Primo honey. Oh shit, I dropped honey on the table, bro. Oh, Divinity. Yeah, I used to live in Nova. Hell yeah. Anthony, I was watching your Lebanese restaurant video and you dropped the lore that you lived in Nova. Hell yeah. Okay, well, I gotta salvage this honey. This honey's too expensive to just let spill on a table. I'm not proud of myself for this, but I'm gonna get every bit of that honey. Yeah, I used to live in Northern Virginia. And that's where I visit. When I go visit my family, I go to Nova. Okay. Brat says honey maxing. Yo, this is honey max. Thank you so much, Brat, for the very generous $2 super chat. Being way too kind today. This is really good fucking honey, guys. Again, $45 a jar. The guy sometimes sells it for $55 to people he doesn't like. It's a good hookup of honey. Real honey. No added sweeteners. Nothing. Extra organic. All right. Every bit of honey has been eaten off the table. I have no shame in saying that. This is some good ass honey. Okay. Moving on from Chanky Googer. Talked about this with Chris on his stream. U.S. urges its citizens in Lebanon to leave immediately while flights are still available. Isn't that fun? Again, folks, this happens all the time. So what do they know that we don't? Why are they urging American citizens to leave again? I thought there was a ceasefire. I thought we had a nice 10-day ceasefire. I thought Lebanon was... we're negotiating with Israel. We're having peace talks. Aren't things looking up? Shouldn't you be telling us to stay put, y'all? Y'all are going to be safe. And Brad also said Jankmack. Oh, yeah, I did read that right. Stay safe. You know, you're going to be good. America's taking care of this. Marco Rubio is going to make sure that you're untouched. But no, they're telling us to leave while flights are available. And I've explained to you guys how the process works. First, they tell you to leave while flights are available. Because if a war breaks out, there's no guarantee. That's the language they always use. There's no guarantee that the U.S. Embassy will be able to get you out. And if we are able to get you out, we're not going to be able to rescue your pets. So you have to, if you want to travel and you have animals, leave right now. So they use your pets to blackmail you. And then they'll be like, and if you can't pay for the extraction, we can lend you the money. And if you don't pay us back that money in a certain amount of time, we will confiscate your passport. Those are the emails in the order in which we receive them every time. I'm like, it's time for the Loan Shark Embassy email. Like, hey, if yous want to travel and yous don't got the cash, you know, we knows a guy, but hey, you know, it can break your thumbs if you don't pay us back, and we're gonna keep your passport. Okay, capiche? You hear that? Okay. Would you like a Manhattan with that? Anyway, sorry about that. Sorry about that. But anyways, we are staying put, folks. And just my thing is, guys, I have to travel. Like, I have my best friend, one of my best friends in the States is getting married. I was supposed to go visit my family in around May, March. Obviously, that wasn't going to happen with the war. Now that there's like a ceasefire, I'm like, okay, do I book a ticket for July? But tickets cost way more than they normally would to go to the States right now because the situation is so fucking unstable. And if the U.S. Embassy is like, leave now or else there's going to be war, that means like, should I book a ticket now and risk it? Or like, do I just book a ticket and pay a little extra to make it refundable in case something happens? I just cancel it. It's just so fucking confusing. We don't even know if we can travel, how to live our lives, man. And like, traveling is the least of our worries. You know what I mean? There's actual problems out there. But anyways, I'm staying put, folks. I ain't fucking running away. Y'all know that. We ain't doing it. My whole life is here. Haley, I'm not selling the cantina. We are not selling the cantina. But yes, oh my god, if there's war now or something and I have to like evacuate my house, Lego sets make it impossible. Like, how do you even carry any of these things? How do I, like, you know, it's all just gone. It's just all gonna fucking evaporate. There's nothing I could do to rescue it. You know, maybe I'll save one little minifigure as a souvenir. I'll take Frodo in the ring. Hala Jabir says, Lebanon is back at the table in Washington today facing the Israeli delegation again. Beirut will be demanding an immediate ceasefire, a permanent one, no less, an end to all violations and full withdrawal from Lebanese soil. Yeah, good luck. Laughable. Ah, we were on the same page. Just yesterday, the Lebanese president could not even get Israel's permission to send his own ambulances and army into El-Tiri to rescue journalist Amal Khalil. 7 hours of delay while she bled out on Lebanese land. This is not diplomacy. This is Israel treating Lebanon like a colony it owns while staging fake peace talks. They bomb, they kill, they block rescue crews, then force Beirut to beg in foreign capitals for basic sovereignty. These negotiations are pure theater and photo ops for Israel. The table in Washington changes zero facts on the ground. Like it or hate it, Hezbollah holds the line and Tehran holds the Strait of Hormuz. That is the leverage that actually matters. A fucking man. Could not have said it better myself because this lady is way more knowledgeable than I am. But anyways, thank you for that tweet, Hala. But yeah, that's what's happening essentially. Let's see if we can get some updates on the negotiations because they might be happening as we speak right now. Tehran air defense is activated. Oh no. Lebanon. Let me see. Israel negotiations. Okay, here's a little report from France 24.
Meanwhile, Israel and Lebanon to hold a new round of talks in Washington later. During it, Beirut expected to request a 1-month extension of the ceasefire, due to expire within days, of course. Israel saying ahead of the talks that it has no serious disagreements with Lebanon, calling on the two to work together against the pro-Iran Hezbollah. Hezbollah notably absent, as it was indeed at the first round of talks, which you can see images of here. And indeed, Hezbollah still opposed to those talks as well. The talks happening between the Israeli and Lebanese ambassadors once again. Well, let's talk to our correspondent, Nogotana Polski. She joins us, in fact, from Nazareth today, and as well our international affairs editor, Philip Tell, with me here on set. We're going to start with you, Noga. The two ambassadors, they're meeting in Washington. Some of the cards, would you say, already on the table from both sides as they go into this meeting?
See some of you guys talking about like air travel in the chat. Let me give you guys an example. If I wanted to buy a ticket from now for the dates that I'm looking for in July, that would cost $1,400 for me to get to the States for like a 17 day trip. $1,400. That's like super expensive. Normally I should be able to get to the States for like $1,000, $900. And like, if I go for a flight that's like 30 hours long with a long ass fucking wait, you could save some money, like $50, which isn't worth it. I would have struggled through a long fucking layover if it meant saving like a few $100s. I'd fucking do that, especially if it's like a big fun airport. Fuck it, you know, I'll sleep under one of those trees. But like $1,400 to go from Beirut to the States, to me feels like it's more than I pay on average. It's way too expensive, honestly. It's way too expensive. It's too costly. And then, don't forget, when you go to the States, you're going to spend a whole 2 weeks in the States at least. That shit is expensive, okay? All there is to do in America is eating out and shopping, and you're going to have to buy stuff. You're going to want to buy gifts for people. You're going to want to buy stuff for myself. I'm going to walk through those Lego aisles at Target and during one of my many IRL streams, and I'm like, you know, like I'm just going to want to buy shit. There's nothing here in Lebanon. We struggle to get stuff. There's not a lot of stuff that is imported, or if it is imported, it's always way more expensive because of taxes and customs and all of that and shipping. So obviously I'm going to be in the States, and you're going to want to just buy things and go places and eat and treat your family to fun stuff. So it's too much. 1,400 is too much. How about from Beirut to Turkey, then from Turkey to the States? Wouldn't that be cheaper? I don't know, actually. I'd look into that. I should look into creative solutions like that.
Absolutely. And I think we should say that these cards are not surprising, but were very well laid down by the United States, by the American mediators who suddenly, after quite a long war, remembered that this is also a hot border between Israel and Lebanon, and are making significant efforts to really historically change the situation between Israel and Lebanon that have never had diplomatic relations. So these talks are being framed both as an effort to put into place, to really enforce the November 2024 ceasefire agreement, also mediated by the United States, in which it was decreed that Hezbollah, an Islamist terror group, had to.
Ooh, I like Hezbollah. That's an interesting way of saying Hezbollah. Noga Tarnopolski.
In which it was decreed that Hezbollah, an Islamist.
It's such a whimsical way. Hezbollah, Herbala, Therbala.
Terror group had to disarm completely and leave the border area. But also, on a wider scale, these talks aim at establishing normal diplomatic ties between these two bordering countries that, as a matter of fact, don't really have any dispute, the two sovereign states. So let's hope that these talks, in fact, these talks are just aimed at creating a pathway towards real negotiations. And there is a possibility that this could bring some change.
Philip, it doesn't sound from what Noga's saying there that there's that much hope really for these talks.
I'm like zoning out. Like, look at the guy just sketchily looking at her in the camera, walking past the guy with the crutches.
And there is a possibility that this
right, look at this dude right there.
Could bring some change.
What the fuck's going on here?
Philip, it doesn't sound from what Noga's saying there that there's
still eyeing her.
That much hope really for these talks, does it?
Well, I think the big absentee here, or the elephant in the room who's absent, is Hezbollah, because without Hezbollah at the talks around the table, it's pretty uncertain that there is going to be some progress made in trying to find.
Of course, I tweeted that like 2 weeks ago. I'm like, how do you not have the biggest component of Lebanon's one of the biggest political parties in Lebanon, the people that live in the south, the people that are currently fighting on the Lebanese border to liberate the south from the Israelis? How do you not have them at the negotiating table? How would the Lebanese government speak not on behalf of the Shia population? You need to have someone representing Hezbollah, or at least the Shia population south of Lebanon, the people that are actually fighting, the people that are actually losing their homes and losing their lives. So how do you negotiate an absence of Hezbollah? Again, I just think the Lebanese government is just desperate to get on America's good side, make whatever concessions they can to stop the bombing, try to salvage their country, and they're probably willing to give up some things, but like, it's crazy, man. If they give up a single inch of this country, it's insane. But haven't they technically?
Way out of the current impasse between Israel and Lebanon over the occupation of southern Lebanon, which is what the Lebanese want the Israelis to withdraw from, the so-called yellow line, and the fact that the Israelis want the Lebanese to disarm Hezbollah. And those are the two major issues that are on the table right now that I think these talks today won't be able to settle. It's true what Noga was saying. This is a very long-term process. I think there's nothing bad about meeting for talks. These are only talks on ambassadorial level. So they're not talks between presidents and prime ministers moving forward to try to find a long-term solution to the standoff. But there's nothing wrong with meeting. There's nothing wrong with meeting the United States. There are some top American officials who will be at the table today, including Marco Rubio, the Secretary of State, the Israeli ambassador to the United States as well. So there are quite a lot of important people around that table who will be trying to push the Lebanese government to move forward with its attempts to negotiate some kind of way forward with Hezbollah. That, of course, won't be very easy for the Lebanese government because Hezbollah is much more powerful, has more weapons, it has more manpower than the Lebanese army. But as I was saying, I think that any movement forward is going to be looked upon as being a positive movement.
Noga, let's bring you back in. I mean, this impasse, if you like, and the pressure from the U.S.
I think just like that tweet said from Hala, it's just photo ops for Israel. There's what momentum is being done in Lebanon, really? It's just the government agreeing to more concessions with Israel. How is Lebanon benefiting in any way, shape, or form? I guess we're benefiting by, look, it's not true. We are benefiting by not having the whole country being bombed. Like, in their mind, they're like, okay, only having the South bombed versus having the whole country bombed, including the South, is better. So that's the concession. And in those terms, I get it. Less people dying. Lebanon is being bombed much less today than it was before the ceasefire. I get it. And as diplomats and as the president, they're thinking about that as well. That's one of the calculations that they're making. But indirectly or directly, they're also telling Israel, you can continue to do whatever the fuck you want with us, do whatever the fuck you want in the South, just leave the rest of us alone. But if it's going to cost us the South and you bombing the South and you taking our gas fields, I don't know how they're going to salvage that without Hezbollah at the negotiating table.
Best that's been put on to stop the fighting. I mean, where is it leaving, would you say, the hardliners in Israel?
Oh, it has absolutely stranded the hardliners in Israel. The Israeli government, including Prime Minister Netanyahu and his defense minister, his top ministers, have really been scrambling on the level of messaging to the Israeli people, because they have spent months basically saying that the Lebanese state is a terror harboring state, and they now have to change their message to what was a more traditional Israeli message, but years ago, before Netanyahu adopted a much harder line. I would like, though, to link these two negotiations. I don't know if the US and Iran will renew, in fact, the talks in Pakistan, but if they do, we should expect that Iran, that is the sponsor and the funder of Hezbollah, will represent the Hezbollah position there. I don't know if the United States will represent the Israeli position, but Iran certainly can impose its will on Hezbollah. So I think the United States, at least, is counting on being able to use the other, more major talks in Islamabad as leverage.
We shall follow it.
Just crazy fucking geopolitical games being played here while, you know, the world eats shit waiting for these idiots to make decisions. What's happening? Sorry. Do I have too many tabs open? What's happening here? There we go. There we go. Salvaged it. Sorry. Looked like things were going to crash, but no, we're good. A lesbian seagull. I always read that as Lebanese seagull, then I read it as lesbian seagull sends a $5 super chat. Thank you so much. It's just a purple heart. Thank you so much. That's so kind. That's so generous. A lesbian seagull. We very much appreciate you. Thank you for supporting the show. Sarah also says, today my just turned 66 years old. Is that your grandma or your mom, Sarah? Who's turning 66 years old? Are you 66 today? Hours before the second round of direct talks with Israel, Lebanese Prime Minister Nawaf Salam says any agreement must include a full withdrawal of Israeli forces from southern Lebanon. Speaking with the Washington Post, Salam says that Beirut is urging the U.S. to pressure Israel into extending the 10-day ceasefire and to scale back some of its demands. We cannot live with a so-called buffer zone, Salam said, which is true. A buffer zone in Lebanon means that Hezbollah is going to constantly fight Israel. That means no end to war. You're guaranteeing that that there's going to be conflict between Hezbollah and Israel as long as Israel has 1 inch of one single toe in Lebanon. Faced with criticism that his government hasn't done enough to disarm Hezbollah, Salam said authorities made bold decisions and showed progress by confiscating weapons and outlawing Hezbollah military operations. Disarmament is a process. It's not something that's going to happen overnight. But what's more important is that we have shown seriousness, he continued, adding that the only way to do it is to strengthen the army. I mean, look, if they can strengthen the army to a level that can actually defend us against people like Israel, then hey, let's go. But that seems to be the plan. We'll find out. We'll know more tomorrow about how the talks went, or maybe later today. You know what I mean? But I mean, it's already 11 p.m. This time we're actually going to mourn an actual hero, folks, who's been going viral for looking like kind of a Chad. Okay, unlike the Israeli monsters that are killed in southern Lebanon, and every time we have to look at one of their faces, I have to give you guys a trigger warning. Look at this Chad. Lebanese lawyer Ahmad al-Alawiye. So Lebanese lawyer Ahmad Alawiye fell in battle in South Lebanon. He had decided to leave his law office to join the South and confront the Israeli invasion. Okay? When they mourn their dead, you know, we have to cover our eyes. When we mourn ours, look at this guy. Handsome lawyer, leaving his law firm to fight and to defend his land from Israeli aggressors, violent invaders, evil occupiers. This man gave his life. Mr. Ahmad Alawiye, R.I.P., you hero, martyr. A lot of people are called martyrs when they die, even though sometimes they're just victims, but we call them martyrs. This guy is a martyr. This guy walked into the line of fire to defend Lebanon. Allah yarhamak. Allah yarhamu. And he went out looking like a fucking Chad. Let's just fucking say that. Dude went out like a Chad. Okay? No hammers to the face. No looks maxing bullshit, just a G. So R.I.P. Mr. Ahmad Alawi. Look at that. His lawyer. He's wearing a fucking suit. Okay, we already looked at this guy. So this story is directly related to the death of Amal Khalil. This is again from Hala Jabir. Breaking Israeli forces are now issuing direct threats to Lebanese journalists on WhatsApp as well as besieging them. Al Akhbar correspondent Amal Khalil, who has been documenting the devastation across South Lebanon, received these messages from an Israeli number. And she's the one who was killed today, by the way. We know where you are. We will reach you. Leave if you want to keep your head on your shoulders. First message says, all right, my lady, you are moving from one village to another, but you still haven't gone to enough funerals or hospitals. There is a lot of grief and sorrow behind that smile you tried to show on Twitter. Let's see what your answer will be. Is your house still standing? Anissa? Anissa? That means miss. I hope so. That's fucking scary as hell. What a scary message to receive. Second message, we know where you are and we will reach you when the time comes. Even though you are not important to us, in the end we will take everything into account. I suggest you flee to Qatar or somewhere else if you want to keep your head connected to your shoulders. It's the second time they talk about keeping her head on her shoulders. Look at the violence. Imagine how fucking terrifying this is. And when you know this is coming from Israelis, you know that they can accomplish everything that they're threatening. You know that they can make it happen. That's what makes it even worse. This is not intimidation. This is the IDF issue. Oh, so yeah, this is not intimidation. This is the IDF issuing an explicit death threat to a journalist for covering their crimes. At the same time, Israeli forces besieged Amal al-Khalil and journalist Zainab Faraj in Al-Tayri, blocking the Red Cross and Lebanese army from reaching them. They were in a delicate vehicle when a drone strike hit a vehicle behind them, killing 2 people. Both journalists were trapped at the scene. Amal contacted the Red Cross before her phone died. Her last message confirmed she was still safe. Rescue team still cannot reach the 2 besieged journalists, Amal al-Khalil and Zainab Faraj. They are just 500 meters away, but the road has been cut off by an Israeli strike, according to Red Cross paramedics. This is targeting journalists in real time. This is a crime, pure state terrorism against the press. And she was found under the rubble in El Tiri, South Lebanon. So Lebanese journalist Amal Khalil was killed by the Israeli army, targeted in a targeted strike. There's text messages to prove it. She's been threatened multiple times on WhatsApp. Israel hunted her down and dropped bombs on the house where she had taken refuge, assassinating her. This was deliberate. R.I.P. Amal Khalil. Look at that beautiful smile, vibrant smile, despite everything that she has witnessed, despite covering the most brutal war and the most brutal scenes and bravely covering the South. She has been taken by the Israeli army, who have made it their hobby to murder journalists, whether in Palestine, especially in Gaza. They've murdered over 250 journalists in Gaza, but also in Lebanon. They've killed a big amount of Lebanese journalists, and they've tried to kill photojournalist Christina Asi, friend of the show, who was on our fundraiser stream, who generously donated an hour of her time to be here with us. So this is what Israelis do. R.I.P. Here's a video montage. Now this has copyrighted music, so here's Ahmad in action. Look at that smile. Look at that. Even in surrounded by destruction, smile never went away from her face. Incredibly sad. Like, this is a massive loss for journalism. Such a dignified woman. It's hard to describe how sad this is. And I'm sorry to even be doing the 6-7 challenge, or to be talking about other stupid topics while we're talking about. She deserves a whole stream for herself. You know what I'm saying? DG or Hui? brightening the place up a little bit with 5 Do Not Worry memberships. Thank you so much for the gifted. That's so kind. We've got 11 new members today, folks, getting us closer to our goal of 800 members. That's crazy. Thank you so much, DG. That's so kind. And congratulations to everybody who's been gifted a membership. I saw something I've never seen today. Chris was on the Chris Kunzler stream. He was in the live chat, and he gifted a membership, and he ended up getting his own membership. That's fucking crazy, Chris. How does that happen? How do you gift someone a membership and end up getting the membership yourself? Here's a video. Ru'aya Shamsuddin says the voices of South Lebanon can never be extinguished. Here's a picture of Amal with a beautiful little kitty. Such a nice, lovely little photo. And here's a video of Amal. Fine, I'm gonna have to mute it because I'm sure this is copyrighted music. She was at a blast site in South Lebanon, and she heard a cat meowing under the rubble. So she took it upon herself. Oh, she found there's a little kitty. He was trapped under the rubble. You guys see the little kitty? So she's helping him. Look at that. That little innocent kitty, bro. Oh my God. Ya Allah, little kitty. Yeah, that's fucking awesome. Oh, the cat. The cat's kind of limping, but he'll be okay. You'll be okay, kitty. God damn, that cat survived, man. Oh my God. So, just a lot of W's in this clip. Oh, beautiful little cat. You survived, little survivor. And RIP to Amal. This is incredibly sad. This is incredibly sad. Fuck Israel. Fuck the IDF. No to fucking normalization. How the fuck can you have peace with a genocidal occupier, ethno-state? Everyone should read what the Israeli military did to journalist Amal Khalil today in this minute-by-minute account as the international community watched in horror. First, the text messages threatening her, then trapping her and a photographer in a house, then bombing them, then firing on international rescue crews, all with the world watching in real time. There are no words left for the horrors that U.S. political leaders are enabling. Khalil and Zainab Faraj, a freelance photojournalist, were both on assignment in southern Lebanon, reporting on recent attacks on the southern village of Bint Jbeil. According to Al Akhbar, which published a timeline of the events, the car they were driving behind was targeted by an Israeli drone at 2:45 p.m., killing 2 men inside. Khalil and Faraj took shelter in a nearby house. At 2:50 p.m., Khalil contacted her editors and family, according to Lebanon-based journalist Courtney Bonneau, who is... I'm sorry, fuck Courtney Bonneau. Y'all know the story. We don't have to cover it ever again. Unless necessary. Courtney, I know what you did last summer. News of the incident quickly spread, prompting Lebanese President Joseph Aoun to put out a statement calling on the Red Cross to rescue the 2 journalists in coordination with the Lebanese Army and United Nations. At 4:27 p.m., the house where the 2 journalists were taking refuge was bombed by the Israeli military, and contact with the journalists was lost. So, deliberate targeting, obviously. Israel did not respond to requests for access, obstructing any rescue operation, according to a Lebanese military official speaking to Al Jazeera. They were able to evacuate Faraj, who reportedly sustained critical head injuries, and to recover the bodies of the 2 other civilians who were killed, but they were forced to withdraw before finding Khalil because of continued shelling and the direct firing on rescue crews and vehicles. The fucking Israelis are firing at rescue workers and Red Cross volunteers. Isn't that fucking insane? The Red Cross vehicle that transported journalist Faraj to Bnin Governmental Hospital was hit by Israeli gunfire with bullet marks visible on the vehicle, according to the state-run national news agency. The Red Cross was eventually able to return to the area, after which Khalil was pronounced dead. Marcus Nelson is asking, what did this Courtney person do? Marcus Nelson, I cannot even begin to tell you the story. It is a long-ass story. I have multiple episodes dedicated to that in the past. 2 episodes, 2 live streams, just explaining the situation as it was happening. And then I've re-explained it like a couple weeks ago when she started popping up again. She's a foreign journalist pretending to like love Lebanon and loving freedom and loving Palestinians and wanting to cover her stuff. But if you get into any Twitter, if you disagree with her on Twitter, she'll start being super snarky and super fucking shitty and insulting Lebanese people. So she's a piece of shit. That's all you guys need to know. And I'm more than happy to do a Courtney Bono episode every single week. So we have a journalist colleague. So Hala Jabba says a journalist colleague. Jeremy Lafredo. So Jeremy Lafredo, a journalist, reached out to the number that had sent death threats to Lebanese journalist Amal Khalil, asking for comment. This was the response. Let's read the response. So, hi, my name is Jeremy Lafredo. I'm a journalist from the American publication Dropsite News, and I'm wondering if you have any comment on the threat you sent to Lebanese journalist Amal Khalil. So the person responded, these are not innocent people. The journalists are affiliated with Hezbollah that Israel eliminated were also spies for Hezbollah, approaching our soldiers and then informing the terrorist organization where our soldiers were in real time, which, I mean, you don't have to be affiliated with... Any journalist is allowed to see military from an invading army and report on that news. Similarly, on October the 7th, journalists affiliated with Hamas were eliminated because they were intelligence officers. Send greetings to all journalists affiliated with Hezbollah. For anyone who works for the organization should know that they are destined for death. This is batshit fucking crazy. So Israelis murdering journalists with impunity while the international community just watches and does nothing. Literally does nothing. Maybe they'll condemn them. Maybe they'll say, that's wrong. Israel shouldn't do that. Other than that, we're on our own. Okay, yeah, so we've read this already. Oh, here's a video of her talking about receiving death threats already. So she's been getting this for a while, you know what I mean? And she's still a badass. It's never stopped her from doing her thing. Here's a video of her. It's subtitled already.
أنا لما كنت دور سيارتي وأطلع لحالي أحيانا عم بتنقل بين هول الضياع ما أنا حاطة احتمال بأنه دمي على كفي استهدف ولكن شو كنت أقول أنا دايما يقولوا لي يا عم شو بدك بالشغلة كذا مدري شو هيك قال لهم يسواني ما يسوى الناس دايما يقولوا لي يا عم شو بدك بالشغلة كذا مدري شو هيك قال لهم يسواني ما يسوى الناس أنا قال لهم يسواني ما يسوى هالناس. هيدا الوضع تغير بعد 23 أيلول لأنه أنا كنت ابتداء من 25 آب تلقيت استهداف مباشر على هاتفي من الموساد من الإسرائيلية وهددوني بالقتل وكان يعني حرفيا عم بيقول إنه سنفصل رأسك عن كتفيك إذا ما فليتي من.
And we saw that repeated multiple times in the text messages that she received over the last period.
من الجنوب وننصحك بانك تفلي من الجنوب وحتى كمان ضمنوا رسائلهم وكذا رساله كانت على تليفوني الخاص ضمنوا كذا رساله معلومات شخصيه عني لحتى يحسسوني انه ليكي نحن نعرف عنك.
So they're mentioning personal details about her just for her to know that like, hey, we know everything about you. There's nothing that you can keep from us. We're always watching, always listening.
منيح يعني مش انه هيك حيالله. أول تهديد وصل ب 25 آب، ثاني تهديد وصل يوم مجزرة البيجر، كمان يكررون هذا التهديد، ثالث تهديد وصل مش لإلي مباشرة وأنا كفيت يعني، ثالث تهديد وصل قبل بيومين من يعني ب 21 أيلول.
Okay, I think when did they start playing music?
هذا التهديد، ثالث تهديد وصل.
Okay, just in case this music is copyrighted, this flute playing in the back. R.I.P. Also, someone the guy claimed to be a YouTuber. I thought I saved the tweet. Like someone was able to find the guy's name. Like apparently he's like an Israeli YouTuber or something. Whoever was sending those text messages. We'll cover that another time. So R.I.P. to Amal. Here is in just 1 month. I think this is AI, so I'm sorry about that, but I think this picture makes a point. In just 1 month, these Lebanese journalists were killed by Israeli strikes while doing their jobs. Their voices were silenced, but their work remains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 journalists killed in Lebanon in 1 month. R.I.P. And I'm so sorry that you guys are in a AI slop photo. But just to make a point. Here's her body being returned home. The hero's welcome because she was a hero in every sense of the word, every single sense. She's the definition of a hero. Receiving death threats from the Israeli army and continuing to do your job. Every time Ethan and Ela joke about, well, why doesn't Hassan just go to Gaza? Why doesn't and it's become a fucking meme in the H3 community, and girl with a microphone always also makes that joke. Well, why does he go to Gaza when they went to Cuba? Everyone was making why doesn't he go to Gaza jokes? Because this is what Israel does to journalists. This is what Israel does to people who share the truth about what Israel is doing, and they know that they can do it with impunity. So all these jokes about why is Hassan afraid to go to Gaza? Because he would get fucking killed, and your fucking people and your fucking army that you defend on every episode where you can't help yourselves is fucking killing these people. So it's never been funny. It's the sickest fucking comment on the planet, honestly. McG says 27 journalists killed in Lebanon since 2023. Fucking insane. Insane. So much respect. Everyone's just there, just wanting to pay their respects for this fallen hero. You could hear a pin drop. The footage. Isaac Herzog. Everyone's favorite Israeli president. Oh, married to Michal and father of 3. So this is the Israeli president dropping this. Look at this.
Welcome all of you to the...
My dream is to get into a car and drive straight to Beirut, visit that beautiful city and befriend the good people of Lebanon. I share this message of hope and peace with ambassadors, diplomats, military attachés, and faith leaders as we celebrated Israel's 78th Independence Day at the President's residence today.
Michal and I are delighted to welcome all of you to the President's residence to celebrate Yom Ha'atzmaut, 78 years of Israel's independence.
Why do I feel like this music is probably fucking copyrighted?
And have always wanted peace. A peace that is not based on illusions and on the abandonment.
Look at all this tasty Lebanese, I mean Israeli food.
And security. A peace rooted in security.
Are they just feeding these people feta? We have Israeli feta, would you like? We have more feta.
Help shape a Middle East in which all of our sons and daughters can inherit opportunity instead of fear. Michal and I...
So fucking absurd. Okay. Final quick updates about Lebanon, and then we get into Ethan, and then we get into the 6-7 game. Israel, so remember the cross that the IDF soldier destroyed in South Lebanon went viral. Israel freaked out. They started apologizing. Benjamin Netanyahu apologized for it. The IDF apologized for it. They were like, we're doing an investigation to find out what's happening. Here's the picture. In question, an IDF soldier destroying a statue of Jesus Christ in South Lebanon. You know, killing and maiming thousands of people does not get the IDF would never apologize for that. But a statue of Jesus, they put out all the stops. We have to fix this. We're going to put the guy who did it in jail. And like 7 statements were put out by senior Israeli officials, blah, blah, blah. Then they dropped this photo, which is like a short while ago in full coordination with the local community of Dibble. The damaged statue was replaced by IDF troops. Blah, 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 blah. So they claim that they fixed it, right? This is officially from the IDF. And I told you guys, weird, because I saw a video on Instagram that seemed to suggest that like the Italians in coordination with UNIFIL, someone from Italy sent a replacement cross, and there's video of it happening right here. There you go. You know, they're receiving the cross from the Italians. المسيح إلى بلدة دبل في حديقة المنزل blah 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 بحسب معلومات تواصلت الكتيبة الإيطالية من صاحب المنزل. So this was sent from Italians. Okay, Italians sent this. Now we have more proof. No one in Dibble documented this cross. No one told me the IDF replaced the damaged one, but locals posted about Italian UNIFIL soldiers replacing it with a new one. Much respect to them. So what exactly did the IDF share? Is it even real? If it means locals refused it. So this is not the cross that they got. This is the cross that they got. This was sent from the Italians and installed by UNIFIL. The IDF destroyed the cross, then lied about replacing it. It was the Italian UNIFIL forces who actually restored it in Dibble, Lebanon. They desecrate, they lie. Christians clean up. So here is more photos of the cross being installed by by UNIFIL soldiers and sent by Italians. Look at that. This is the photo. We got priests. There you go. We even have some more video. More photos. Look at that. Mute. So these are not IDF soldiers. These are UNIFIL soldiers. Israel did not pay for this cross. Italy did. It's just absurd to me. Like, why would they even lie about this? Like, how? They lie about everything. They literally lie about everything. Just, like, you know what I'm saying? Either be like, I don't even know what to say anymore. They literally, this could have been the easiest slam dunk. Send the fucking cross. Or at least, you know what I mean? The Italians upstaged you and they sent the cross first. Send the second cross. Send the statue. Do something. Don't lie about sending a cross. Who the fuck lies about sending a religious symbol to replace one that you destroyed? Who the fuck does that? Don't you think that it's the most easily provable lie? Someone could just walk up there, take a fucking picture of the real cross and compare it to the cross that you shared, but they don't care. Like, their propaganda and their mind is like, it's all a numbers game. 100,000 people will see our tweet thinking that we fixed it. As long as 30% believe it or 40%, that's good enough for us. Everyone else can argue. Like, I don't even know what to say. It makes no sense. Thank you, UNIFIL. Are these guys Italian too? So it's all on tape, at least. The Israelis provided nothing. Except one photo of a gold thing. Nothing. Anyways, fuck you guys. I don't want to talk about this anymore. It's exhausting. We've seen this already. Yeah, we saw this. Bang. Bang. Nutty. Okay. And now, with all that down, let's quickly get into some H3 stuff, shall we? Sorry, just opening up the H3. Are they live right now? What's today? What is today? No, they're not live today. Another Trisha episode. Oh, no. Okay. So first, we got James from Uninformed Leftist. Had a couple of banger H3 tweets going viral over the last couple days. First of all, he had this one. Says, wonderful community Ethan Klein is fostering. He and his mods are now allowing purely racist posts against Hassan and Jank Uger. Oh, by the way, sorry, I missed a couple of super chats. Fart Twain sends a $2 dono. Thank you so much, Fart Twain. Very kind. And says, you say H3 ends in 2 years. I say this year. Ooh, Fart Twain taking me up on my 2-year prediction. I said within 2 years. So I'm not saying in 2 years. I'm saying within 2 years. So it could be this year. But you think it's within 1 year, which I don't think it's that crazy. Looking at their view numbers, I don't think it's that crazy. Far20, thank you so much for the generous dono. And Chris sends a $2 super chat. Thanks so much, Chris. Says, past couple of streams, your super chats are overlaying. What do you mean overlaying? Let me see. Let me, what is that? Let me look at that in a second. 1 second. Let me. Oh, okay. So did both super chats show at the same time, you mean? So is it like it's showing your super chat double, right? Do I have 2 alert boxes maybe? But it's the same. It's 2 super chats for Obad, but no, it's the same super chat for Obad. It's not like one blocking someone else's super chat. Like if it's just yours over yours, then it's cool. As long as it's not blocking someone else's. You know what I'm saying? So Chris, as long as you are, yeah, okay, it looks glitchy. I'll fix that. As long as it's not blocking one from being seen, then Blakely raid. Who's Blakely? Hello, Blakely. So, uninformed leftist says, wonderful community Ethan Klein is fostering. He and his mods are now allowing purely racist posts against Hassan and Cenk Uygur. And here's the post in question. Says, my parents are first cousins. It's okay. It's a Turkish thing. Cenk Uygur. Being inbred keeps our race pure and healthy. The race. And they're showing a wacky photo of Cenk doing one of his faces. And Blakely, hello. Who is Blakely? How do I not know who's Blakely? And Blakely. Oh shit, Blakely from Twitter. Oh, I know Blakely on Twitter. Blakely watches the show? Is Blakely doing a raid? Yeah, I've never interacted with Blakely. I just follow her on Twitter because she was fucking insane during the genocide and all that. Great content, such a great person to follow. Yeah, wait, what do you mean Blakely raid though? What does that mean? So, are they watching the show? What does someone explain what Blakely raid means? Or are we supposed to go raid Blakely? Yeah, I know. We follow each other on Twitter as well, is all I know. They're awesome. Yeah. Are they on Twitter right now? Like, are they live on Twitter or something? Oh, they stream on YouTube. Oh, so streamed 3 minutes ago. Oh, they just finished streaming. Really? Wait, let me see if. So did she actually send? Did they send their viewers here? That's crazy. That's so sweet of them. Oh my god, dude. Really?
Remember honestly why we were kicked out. I know that there was another. If we got
I'm sorry for the mistake with the pronouns, guys.
Kicked out because we ended up not being able to pay the rent. But I don't think that was it. And so we got evicted.
Apologies for the misuse of pronouns. I might make a mistake a couple of times, but I will correct myself every time. No ill intent. Smaller creator. They're huge on Twitter. Like, to me, Blakely is not considered a small creator. I guess on YouTube, maybe a smaller creator. But to me, they're always going viral. So I would not consider them a small creator. Like, they're huge in some circles. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's so sweet. So it's an unofficial raid? BK at OG says, here from Blakely stream. Guys, that's so sweet. Does Blakely watch the stream? Let me subscribe to their channel. I didn't even know that. I just know them off of Twitter. And I know they make a lot of TikToks, so they're always going viral on TikTok. So I know them from TikTok and Twitter, but I don't use a lot of TikTok, so I see them on Twitter all the time. Yo, that's crazy. Tell them I say hello. Would love to have Blakely on one of the shows, on one of the streams, or on like Better Left Unsaid. That's nuts. I'm gonna add that to my list. They would be such a fantastic guest. Oh my god. Amazing, dude. Thank you guys so much. And Blakely, thank you so much for this, for the raid. That's so sweet. That's so kind. Raiders, welcome. Welcome to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. BK, BCat OG, welcome. Yo, that's fucking awesome, dude. I love connecting with amazing people whose content I very much enjoy. And I'm now subscribed on YouTube. They're making YouTube live streams. Let's fucking go. How often do they stream? Okay, so 4 streams in the last few days. Okay, that's good to know. Guys, everybody subscribe to Blakey. Let's go back to the main channel page. Go support them. Let's go. Okay. So Ethan's audience is now being openly racist. I mean, look, that is a funny picture of Jank. You know what I mean? It's not hard to get a goofy photo of Jank. My parents are first cousins. It's okay. It's a Turkish thing. So anyways, this was kept up by the Raiders. And I saw Hassan even retweeted this with a picture of John Fetterman and Ethan Klein. The Kletterman, which was funny. Glad to see uninformed leftists getting some Twitter love. And also, he dropped this other video. Watch, just over 2 hours into his April 15th show, Ethan Klein randomly claims that Hassan the Hun is inbred, creating an awkward moment.
You know, I just realized something really funny and interesting. Okay. Totally aside, and I'm not going to linger on this, but I've called Hassan out for calling Jews inbred, but he's inbred.
My grandparents are.
Who's inbred?
Hassan.
Oh, I thought you motioned gesture to AB.
No, AB. I don't know. No, not AB. I mean, Hassan's inbred. Hassan is inbred.
Well, if he was gesturing it.
I am not the one that says Blakely is big on TikTok and Instagram. Yeah, TikTok, they're huge. I always see their content though on Twitter, since I don't spend a lot of time on TikTok or Instagram. I'm always exposed to their content via Twitter, and they're great, man. They're so outspoken, so fucking sassy. I love the sass. So I'm sorry I didn't recognize the name at first, because when someone was saying Blakely, I'm like, I don't know a YouTuber with that name. I never made the connection of them being a YouTuber, so it did not click right away. But I'm a big fan. I was shocked when they followed me on Twitter. I'm like, how does that person know who I am?
Anybody, it was that Zach.
You know, I just realized something really funny and interesting. Okay. Totally aside, and I'm not going to linger on this, but I've called Hassan out for calling Jews inbred, but he's inbred.
My grandparents are.
Who's inbred?
Hassan.
Oh, I thought you motioned gesture to AB.
No, AB. I don't know. No, not AB. I mean, Hassan's inbred. Hassan is inbred.
Well, if he was gesturing at anybody, it was at Zach.
No,
he was. He was pointing at Zach.
Okay, I literally said Hassan is inbred. But I'm just saying it's funny because Hassan deploys that as an insult a lot. But he's the one that's inbred a little bit.
Okay.
I just realized that, guys, and isn't that interesting?
That's epic, man.
Thanks.
You know, fun vibes on the show. God damn, fun vibes on the H3 podcast, huh? Mauricio says, Anthony, please mention how horrible the backgrounds on H3 have been ever since Cam left. You know what, Mauricio? I'll do that for you. The backgrounds are pretty horrible. Okay, first of all, the radio station thing, I never got that, and I think I was already very much turned off by the show by the time they started making that radio hosting, so I don't enjoy that at all. The redact.dev thing is just insulting and disgusting. Dan Saltman's company being promoted right there in the back. I saw like a random love animation fish thing hopping around. It looks cheap. It looks bad. They're trying to recreate the magic of the Cam days, but that was peak H3 when Cam was there, Sam was there, Ian was there. They weren't talking about they weren't trying to defend Israel on a daily basis and shitting on Hassan. Hassan was still part of Leftovers. That was the peak. Cam was a genuinely creative person. I loved the idea of having Cam on the show to like make memes in real time. It was always nice. It was nice. This is ugly. This hurts the eyes. Yeah, Haley, exactly. The redact bullshit as well. It's this disgusting. Disgusting. Nasty.
Something I just realized something.
So yeah, I mean, weird coming from I don't know, man. It's just a weird thing to fucking talk about, and very racist as well. You know what I mean? Hassan, when Hassan talks about Israelis being inbred, he's talking about just like the worst fucking settlers. Okay, he's using it as an insulting way, but a lot of them are inbred. Like he's just stating a fact, but he's not calling all Israelis inbred. He's not generalizing. He only has ever used that term when talking about the worst of the worst settlers as they're committing some kind of atrocity on camera. Like, you could say it in that case. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, James calling him out, and we got Hey It's Vadim right there, Froggy Tonic. Everybody's having a good time with that. And again, maybe more hilariously, yesterday, obsessed misogynist Ethan Klein again targeted his sister-in-law, former podcast co-host, and mother of his niece and nephews, Trisha Paytas. Ethan watched old deleted videos he superimposed Chili's logo over in the hopes of getting Trisha dropped from their advertisements. What? Ethan also accused Love and AB of stealing views. Where did I see that? Did I see that on Did I see that on Twitter? Let me see. How can I find that? God damn it. Was that on Twitter? Ethan. Because I saw that clip. AB steal views. And thank you, Noxalalto, for the $2 dono. Very kind. God damn, where is it, bruv? I literally saw that earlier today. I found like it wasn't that important. Can someone send me the link? If you have the link, let me know and share it on Discord. I'll check that out. Or it's probably on Leftovers, right? I don't open Leftovers H3 much anymore, just because I don't want to see them say something about me. But let me see if I can find it here. Steal views. Relevance new. Can't find it. But anyways, the only people stealing views are his after show. He should be accusing Guam and you know, like it's his own after show that is cannibalizing his own podcast. It was on Reddit, huh? Yeah, I can't find it on Reddit. That's okay. So anyways, going back to H3, so them talking about Trisha, look at this. Oh, look, he's scamming my crew. They're doing a members special. Look at this. Trisha Paytas episode. Trisha Paytas episode 2 days ago. Again, 21 hours ago. And another Trisha episode, when was the other one? 12 days ago. And look, even the Trisha episodes can't even get 500K. When's the last time they got 500K? 400, 400, 400, 400. Dude, they can't get to 500K anymore. The last 500K was 3 weeks ago. That was a Trisha episode. All 400s, 400, 400, 400. Oh my god, dude. Okay, this is 499K. Subathon was 700K, but that's because it's 7 hours long. This one's 500K, but just barely. 400, 400, 400. Okay, that's it. So the new maximum for an H3, the range has always been changing. It used to be 1.5 million to 1 million, blah, blah, blah. Now the range is 300K to 500K. That is the most views they could get. That's fucking crazy. It's crazy. That's the most views they could get. And the reliable topics of like Trisha Paytas used to get him 500K. He did it 3 weeks ago. He's like, oh, nice. 500K. We should do some more of that. But the second time he did it, look at that. He's at 469K. People are sick of it. The Noah Samson lawsuit episode. Are you shitting me? That's not even at 400K. One second, folks. Oh, seems Chris has sent me the link. Let's open that up. Chris, thank you so much. Thank you, Chris.
He claims to have more paying members, love. Is that true? So he claims to have more paying members, love. Is that true?
I don't know.
Is that public? How many members people have?
Right, how would you know?
Yeah.
Me and Love, ours are public.
Oh, so what do you? So you do know, love? Why you lied to me?
I know what I have. I don't know what AB has.
What are you at?
Around 1,000, yeah.
What are you at?
Around 2,000.
Ooh, Love has 1,000 members. That's pretty good. AB has 2,000 members. That's shocking, honestly.
So he has double.
I'm sorry, that's counting Twitch. No, I'm at 17 on YouTube. Sorry.
1,700 on YouTube.
Now you guys realize those are potential memberships to our channel here that you're siphoning off.
Which is why we need to stick together.
Yeah, why don't you sue your staff, Ethan? If you're suing other creators when they react to your videos for siphoning views off of your channel, why don't you sue AB and Love? I'm shocked Ethan didn't put like a clause in his in their contracts like you'll never make content for yourselves. You'll have to make content for me forever. That's so awkward to talk about.
Just saying. You know, I'm the one here with territory to defend.
Well, I didn't stream on YouTube for years.
And then what happened?
Love went live. I mean, Love went live on YouTube. I was like, oh, this is
so
cool.
So Love went there, and then you says, you know what? I'm also going to steal money out of the coffers.
Well, I asked you
of
and
my
you said,
business.
I asked you first,
my
and you
boss.
said, yeah, it's cool. So.
Ooh, Nogzolotl shared it in Discord, and then Chris sent it to me via WhatsApp. That's fucking teamwork right there. Thank you, guys.
Okay, that's a good defense.
I asked you
my
first, and you
boss.
said, yeah, it's cool. So.
Okay, that's a good defense.
The fact that they have to ask him if it's okay, like, hey, am I allowed to stream? Like, what the fuck are we talking about? And again, like, if I were the crew, I would be kind of insulted that Ethan would hire someone else. Now, they're probably relieved they don't have time to host an after show, because that's a whole other job. But, like, the fact that he went out and, like, picked out two fucking randos off the street to host his after show instead of his trusted crew. Like, you know what I mean? It's like he didn't trust them enough to host the after show. But then again, they work already like an 8 or 9 hour day. That's probably it. They would not have the time to host it, even if they wanted to. But the only thing siphoning views from your show is your horrible content. Like, you are repelling people. It's not that anyone is stealing views from you. You are actively pushing people away. You can't even crack 500K anymore. That's crazy to me. That is crazy to me. Look at this. 400. And there's too many after shows. 300. Look, no one cares about his lawsuits anymore. The lawsuits aren't even cracking 400K. He's suing all these companies. No one cares. He's suing Noah Samson. No one cares. And now he talks about Trisha Paytas. Look. 400K. No one cares. It's probably better than all his other episodes. So he's like, okay, I got to do another Trisha. Now he's doing another Trisha episode. That's so fucking pathetic, dude.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the H3 show. Coming at you
Sikuno
live.
situation. Where's the Trisha stuff?
From
Trisha Paytas,
beautiful,
DMC,
sunny,
DMCA.
gorgeous Los Angeles.
Fair enough. Triple dipper.
You ever triple dip?
And you're not gonna watch this shit. Nogzolotl sends a very generous $5 super chat. Thanks so much, Nogzolotl. Is the overlaying issue fixed? By the way. Oh no, they still look fucked, huh? Why? Let me just quickly see what's happening here. Do I have 2 alert boxes by any chance? Sorry, guys. I don't know what's happening. The super chats are looking weird today. For the glitch, Nogzalato sends a $5 super chat and says they wanted to invite our apologist Gabby Hanna on after she falsely claimed Trisha had STDs and ruined Gabby's life just to try to dig at Trisha. Oh my god, that's so fucked up. Was that recent? Damn, they're desperate. And Far Twain with another $2 donor. Thank you so much, Far Twain. Says AB doesn't have 1,700. His memberships aren't public. Oh, so he's out there lying, huh? Is he lying because... I don't know, why would he be lying? But yeah, I was kind of shocked here, because his content sucks. Like, no offense, him and Lena's live streams are horrible. He's a horrible host. He has not a lot of charisma, very awkward. Like, we get into petty arguments here, but when he gets into petty arguments, like, it feels petty. It's just weird, man. And they just like sit there like silently and like not talk and stuff. It's just like bad. I'm not saying I'm the greatest host of all time, but like I try to keep you guys engaged and talking and like, you know, not a lot of dead time. He just sits there and it's like just bitter and like sad. Like they stream to spite people sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, we're not gonna watch this Trisha Paytas shit. It's just like desperate for Trisha Paytas. We're not gonna want. We did a whole live stream about his dad yesterday, 2 days ago, about how his dad, AB's dad, is literally out there suing the U.S. government. He's suing Marco Rubio, the class action lawsuit, because the U.S. is funding Israel and allowing Israel to destroy civilian homes with that funding. Anyways, let's quickly get to the Denims update, and then we will get to the 6-7 game because my ass is fucking starving. Twitch streamer Denims very confidently provides court updates to her lawsuit with Ethan Klein, while also further asking for donations to her lawsuit. This was shared on April 19th. Denims previously stated that she would go to trial, but that is incorrect. Her lawyers have filed a pre-trial motion for judgment on the pleadings. Her lawyers are potentially attempting to avoid trial by filing the motion in the first place because they are asserting that the original petition is so factually weak that the judge can make a ruling based on the pleadings alone. They can also potentially settle, to which Denim states that she will not settle. So let's watch this segment.
So, yes, Ethan Klein sued me for reacting to his video, the content nuke. This has still been...
And this might be why Ethan... There's a clip of Ethan going viral online, being like he couldn't get a lot of sleep because he has a big lawsuit-related thing to deal with in the morning. Could it possibly be about the Denims lawsuit? Could it be about his Noah Samson lawsuit? Because the Noah Samson lawsuit isn't looking good for him. Could it be his Amazon, whatever lawsuit, NVIDIA? Ethan, I hope you're enjoying all of these lawsuits, you know, the sleepless nights. I'm sure that's what you had in mind. Let's see if Denim was causing him any stress.
Right. So, yes, Ethan Klein sued me for reacting to his video, the content nuke. This has still been ongoing, obviously. And as I told you guys, especially because I am very thankful that anyone and everyone donated, I would try and give updates as soon as I could, whenever I could. And yesterday, there was a very, very big update. Still not resolved. Stop, Russ. No, lawsuits actually take a really long time, as you guys might guess. And previously, the most recent update I had given you guys was that the court date would be not until October.
Yeah, and lawsuits taking a long time is part of Ethan's plan, because even if he thinks that he can't win a lawsuit, he thinks that by just exhausting a person and making them pay legal fees could eventually overwhelm them, become too much, become too stressful. Kind of like what happened with Casey Tron. Bless her, she had to deal with so much shit, so much harassment. She was like, you know what? I don't want to deal with the stress anymore. I want to take care of my family. And she very bravely decided to just settle with Ethan and just get over it and not deal with this, because maybe Denims is in a better position financially to be able to afford that. Maybe she thinks she has a stronger case. I don't know. But Ethan is hoping and banking on the fact that lawsuits are expensive. Lawsuits are tiring. Lawsuits take a long time. I'm still here. I'm alive. Just power outage.
The trial date or whatever wouldn't be until October. So there was still going to be a lot of time. But there was a huge development, and we were able to move forward on a... Let me pull this up. A motion for judgment on the pleadings, which is basically just getting the judge to look at the original motion and saying, hey, you should be able to rule on this just based off of the pleadings.
That sounds hot. I'm gonna fucking...
Sarah, good night and happy birthday to your mom.
And obviously, as you guys know, I am arguing fair use And like I said, I want to give you guys more updates when they come, but mostly in the lawsuits and in lawsuits, there's a lot of nothing that happens. And then stuff happens. So I have been really excited to share this piece with you guys. And it just got filed yesterday. If anyone wants to read it, I highly recommend going ahead and reading it. Let me pull this.
So she definitely seems like excited about something. So it seems like it's good news, right?
All right. But yes, here it is. It was filed, yesterday. Can you put it in Discord? Yeah, I'll also post it in chat here. So yes, really cool. If you scroll all the way to the bottom, it'll pull up the motion for judgment on the pleadings. And basically, again, just arguing how my work is fair use and how we will be winning this lawsuit. And I will be using every single penny, every dollar, every single bit of support from this GoFundMe directly to the legal fees. And we are still fighting and we are still winning. And I wanted to show you guys specifically one thing that made me really...
Yo, that's such good news. That's crazy. If Ethan loses this lawsuit, when Ethan loses this lawsuit, and then combined with a 1-2 punch of Noah Samson, who was telling me that H3 is not going to last the year anymore, I might also change my prediction of within 2 years to 1 year, because these lawsuits are all Ethan has going for him right now. The audience of incels, the Asmongold fans, the Nick the Oreo fans, the legal... what the fuck his name is, legal guy named Legal Mindsets audiences, that's his bread and butter now. They're not buying any Teddy Fresh. They're not doing any of the shit that they want them to do. They're not buying any of that Teddy Glow makeup. They're just waiting for the lawsuit content. They're not even watching it that badly. They're not even hitting 400K. But if Ethan loses these lawsuits, which has become his whole brand now, what the fuck happens? What happens to him now?
Really happy that I have wanted to talk about for a while.
So this might be what Ethan is losing sleep on. Oh, that's so fucking nice.
Specifically on page 17, which is this image here. And it is an image breaking down my reaction to the content nuke. And it shows here timeline of uninterrupted playback versus commentary pauses.
I don't like Denims, like, at all, because her camera is so fucking big, and it bothers me.
Thank you, Trash Money. You're the 10 gifties. Right, yes. So time of uninterrupted playback versus commentary pauses, reaction to the content nuke, and then each blue segment represents a commentary pause by Denims. Gaps represent uninterrupted playback of the content nuke. And if you take a closer look, let's zoom in a little bit more. You can see all of the blue lines are me talking and reacting and pausing, and all of the gray/white is the original video. And the orange line in the middle shows when the end of the content nuke, if it was...
One second, I'm just sending Blakely just a thank you message for the raid. I think that was very sweet. They did send the raid, right? It wasn't like an automatic thing. Like they were like, "Hey, go watch this," right? Like they know who I am. I'm not being weird, right? Wait, they did not what? Oh, they did not tell you guys to watch?
Was played without interruption. And you can see my reaction time is more than double. So, Denims, can you play the video already, OMG? Yeah. And I've been so excited that that bitch is a barcode. You got that right.
Oh, sorry. Let me go back here. Wait, Soul Life, can you be... Oh, okay, Soul Life. Thank you, thank you. Let me...
You can see all of the blue lines are me talking and reacting and pausing, and all of the gray/white is the original video. And the orange line in the middle shows when the end of the content nuke if it was played without interruption. And you can see...
Okay, clear. I deleted the messages. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, that makes more sense. Unofficial raid, guys. Okay, thank you. Thank you for the clarification. Saved myself looking foolish. Let me go back to this. I interrupted this. Sorry, guys.
The orange line in the middle shows when the end of the content nuke if it was played without interruption. And you can see my reaction time is more than double. So
oh, that's a good way to represent it. Oh, that's the barcode thing is good.
Yeah. And I've been so excited that that bitch is a barcode. You got that right, bro. Literally facts. Yep. Mm-hmm. Let's see that graph for XQC's reaction. It's not good. It's not good. But I'm just playing. I was excited to show you guys this. So anytime you guys see some imbecile that's like, sitting there breastily isn't reacting, you can show the document. You can show, or the screenshot. You can show this little image because it is a great visualization. I just scanned the code. It gave me 50% off of Amazon. Thanks. I got you, dog. Is this your document or his? This is my document. The document that my lawyers put together and my legal team put together for a motion for judgment on the pleadings, which basically, again, just means asking the judge to rule without any other, you're not allowed to include anything else outside of the original motion, and breaking down why my stream was fair use and that the judge should.
My God, if Ethan loses these two lawsuits, it's dude, his lawyer is going to look so fucking even stupider than he already looks.
Rule on it sooner. So yes, the hearing will be, I believe, June. I don't recall the exact date. I want to say it was June. It's sometime in June. So yes, previously we would have had to wait till October for a potential trial date. And now we actually have a way sooner date. And a judge will be ruling on this way, way, way sooner, which is really, really exciting. So yes, you have to pay legal fees every month. I mean, anyone who has a lawyer does, but yeah. So I did want to say, you know, I really do appreciate all of the donations and I really do appreciate all the support. And I wanted to give you guys more updates, but it's hard to give you guys updates when sometimes nothing is happening and sometimes stuff is happening, but, you know, I just have to wait until the court documents are public. I highly recommend people go ahead and read through it. It is very informative. It's really long, so I don't want to sit here and read through every bit of it, but it's great.
Shit, if this was H3, they would have sat you there and read lawsuit documents for 7 hours. That's the H3 podcast now. That's what they do.
So highly, highly recommend going through. And obviously, if you guys can donate.
I don't like Denims, like, at all, because her camera is so fucking big, and it bothers me.
So true. But yes, if you guys can donate, and if you guys can support me, it really means a lot. Like, I really
Hassan's hot. Oh, I'm gonna fuck him.
would not be able to do this without you guys. I really, really do appreciate it. Send link, ethankleinlied.com. We'll send you directly to this GoFundMe. If you have $1 or $5 or 10 or 20, any and every bit helps, and all of it is going again directly to the legal fees. So yeah, and I promised you guys I would give you guys updates as soon as I could, whenever I can, anytime that I can, and I just haven't been able to give any updates because nothing really has been happening. So now finally something is happening. How did you get the court date moved up? Well, it's not that I got the court date moved up, it's that we filed a motion for judgment on the pleadings, which is basically easiest way to explain it is sort of like asking.
Compared to how stressed Ethan looked in that last clip, being like, I can't get any sleep, Denims looks pretty chill. She looks pretty relaxed. She looks pretty content. Like, there's definitely a difference in, like, atmosphere or, like, vibe. You know what I mean? Like, she doesn't, if she felt like she was going to lose or if things weren't looking good for her case, you could kind of tell through, you know what I mean? You could kind of see the stress and anxiety peeking through. Unless she's a very good actress or liar, she seems chill as hell. So she seems like she's very confident in what her lawyers are telling her in this case. So I have no reason to doubt what she's saying. Again, I'm not a legal expert. I have no idea what stands or what doesn't stand in a court of law, but
the judge to rule on it sooner without any other evidence. You're saying this case it should be ruled on with just off of the original motion, just off of the original filing. So yes, means the judge can look through the documents because it's so obvious. Yeah, these are like layman terms and stuff, but yeah. What makes the whole thing take so long? A lot of just like waiting time, and courts tend to be pretty backed up with stuff that they have to get to. So yeah. So yes, link to lawsuit. Oh yes, absolutely. Here you go. You guys are welcome to go through. Like I said, it should be at the very last one if you scroll down. Oh, but yeah, this whole debacle at least got some sound bites.
Yeah, this is such an annoying like lawsuit to even like deal with a lawyer. Like going through hundreds and thousands of hours of YouTube videos to see what person said what and time codes, and it's like, Jesus Christ, man. Who wants to deal with that?
And obviously, again, you can spare anything. Do you want it sticky in the Discord? Oh, yes, please. Thank you. If you can spare anything, I really appreciate it. It means a lot. And again, I literally would only be able to do this because of you guys. So, or I'm only able to do this because of your guys' support and help. Oh, thank you, Ryu, for the 25. Thanks. It means a lot. And I'm really excited. And I am excited to share something with you guys because there's a lot of time where I feel like nothing is happening. People sometimes will come in and be like, oh, that stuff is over, right? It's like, no, no, it's still going on. There's still more stuff to get to. But yes, and also I wanted to show you guys this graphic that I put together that shows, because I feel like it's a little bit, how would I phrase it? I know it's a sign that people don't try hard enough and are kind of idiots when they...
Jay of the Dead, hello, hello. Nana, hello. She's Egyptian. I think she is Egyptian, right? Half Egyptian
Say like,
full
you
Egyptian.
didn't react at all. You literally didn't react at all. But it's cool to be able to have an
Yeah, some people say Moroccan, some people say Egyptian. I'm getting confused. I think Egyptian.
Image that shows it so clearly. So yeah, anytime you see some bozo being like, gonna lose, imbecile, you can just copy paste this. Be like, actually, no. Actually, no. No, Omega lol. Get barcoded, bozo. Exactly. My lawyer can't do fucking shit. But yeah. So very cool stuff. Very cool stuff.
She looks confident. She looks like she's in good spirits.
For those who are interested, go for it. Read it. I think we put together a pretty good document. And please know I am constantly wanting to give you guys more updates because I do feel like I try, or I want to have transparency, the most transparency I can have when it comes to having a GoFundMe, when it comes to raising money for legal fees or raising money for anything. And I just haven't been able to give as many updates because there haven't been any massive updates that I could give. And now that there is, I want to be able to say and keep you guys in the loop because I feel like I owe it to everyone, even if you donated just like $1. I feel like there is a responsibility on my part to give you guys updates as soon as I can. And there is...
Oh, speaking of... I forgot to tell you guys. Today we sent a $2,000 donation to Animals Lebanon. Speaking of donations and responsibilities of sharing. So that's the latest donation we made today. I was trying to wait to see if I could give it to them in person because we want to go film a vlog there. But I was like, I don't want to make them wait. So I sent them $2,000 today. So Animals Lebanon got $2,000 in a donation. Give Me a Paw has $2,000. We sent the $1,000 to the family of the little girl who lost her art supplies when they lost their whole apartment. $20,000 to Nation Station. We still have $7,000 remaining and some change. And we have plans for at least $3,000 of those $7,000. So yeah, we're taking care of it, folks. We taking care of it.
An update. So yes, the hearing, the judge will be, I believe, ruling on this motion in June, which is really soon. Really exciting.
We have we currently have $3,000 set aside. $1,000 for the cat lady, the lady who's taking care of 40 cats. We have $1,000 saved up for a little NGO that preserves seeds. And since South Lebanon is getting attacked and bombed relentlessly, they're preserving all of these like rare seeds so that, you know, Lebanon's agricultural history can be preserved. So that's very important. We're also going to be donating $1,000 to Jayitna, which is an NGO that provides women with hygiene products throughout the war and throughout difficult times, because that is something sometimes that gets overlooked. And that will leave us with $4,000, which we will then figure out what to do with that. So just a quick update for you guys.
And yes, thank you guys for being patient. Thank you guys for sticking through. And now we have this cool little graphic. And we got a great document. And there will be even more updates soon. There's just a matter of waiting for their response, and then the judge will rule on it. But yes, every bit of, obviously, you know,
I don't like Denims.
if you don't
at all,
use GoFundMe or whatever.
Her camera is so fucking big, and it bothers me.
True. This is the reason I hate Hassan. His camera is so fucking small, and it bothers me. But yeah, no, any bit of help, I really appreciate it. Whether that's like a tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 sub, a prime, or if you could donate directly to the GoFundMe, that all.
Primes. Okay, guys. Denims is doing well against Ethan. H3 podcast is not doing well, okay, because of Ethan. There we go. Again, just the views. Trisha paid us 3 Trisha paid us episodes in the last 10 days. You know they're fucked. You know it's over. Ain't nothing left, okay? There's more episodes of the after show than there is, but now let us do the thing that you've all tuned in to watch, folks. The 6-7 challenge. We're not even kidding here, okay? Let's watch. This is the video that went viral a little while ago.
You see how many.
It's time to test out my physical prowess, folks. Let's see. What is XQC doing over here?
Come on, come on! Up, 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 up! Come on!
I fucking love this guy.
But look, this seems so inaccurate. Like, how is he getting this many? He's so slow. How is he getting this many 6-7s?
9! 8 below the Polish guy. 8 below the Polish guy.
380.
720 though. 720, bro.
Chat. What's the world record for this?
720 though.
Enter this. This is not this link for no reason, by the way. Chad, do you have to set the website? What do you do here? What is the point of this?
Okay, let's watch. Let me just show you guys what we're getting into here. So this is XQC doing it.
Chad, what do you even do? You just do 6-7? Like this? Like this? Chat, I don't get it. Look, it doesn't work. Chat.
Okay, I'm gonna have to do that to like calibrate to see what it's picking up. So I'm gonna have to do that as well.
Okay, how do we, let me restart it. Well, I have to look at the camera. Chat, what about it? Chat, is this good?
Out of breath 07.
Like this?
Dude, I'm gonna look so stupid doing this. He looks like an old man having a seizure, dude. Okay. I just gotta get more than XQC. I just need to get more than XQC, dude. So 240 is XQC's score. Alright. And there's this guy.
6-7s you can do in the span of 20 seconds to beat this.
I don't know who the fuck this guy is. Oh, no. This music could get me in trouble. So this guy's not doing too bad. Okay, he's already beat. 240 was XQC, right? That's what we need to beat at least. I just need to beat XQC. 672? How'd he get to that?
I'm the number 1 streamer.
Extra Emily got 560? My God, dude. Okay. Oh, he's doing it again? Okay. My turn. Let's open this up. Let's open it up. That's it. I'm not fucking around. Okay. I'm already signed in, yo. Start game. Allow this time. Oh, I didn't start my virtual camera. Sorry, guys. 1 second. I fucked it up. Okay, ooh, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. 1 sec. Okay. Calm down. Keep telling me to step. Okay, here we are. I'm gonna get rid of my chat box real quick. What the fuck is this? Okay. Brat sends a $2 super chat. Says no fucking around maxing. Thank you so much, Brat. And then another $2 super chat says bathroom maxing. Thank you so much. Brat's going crazy today. Okay. This one doesn't count. I just want to see what it detects as a 6-7. And here's my logic. Okay, I do boxing. So I train my arms. Now, I haven't been boxing as consistently as I used to, but in boxing, I do this like thing where it's like hard to show, but it's like kind of like this. So I'm used to doing this motion very quickly, which I think should give me an advantage in this whole 6-7 thing. That's what I'm betting on. I'm counting on my boxing training. Now, yesterday, I did a chest workout, so my biceps are a bit sore. My arms are a bit sore. So I do feel slightly disadvantaged, but I've done this motion quickly, just with a bit more of an arc as a punch. But when you're doing this, okay, let's just try this first one to see what. I just want to see what counts as a 6-7 motion. It's like they're not counting. Okay, it's slow. I'm ranked 73rd. That doesn't count. Oh, it counts. That's what I'm trying to figure out. God damn. This is exhausting, dude. 338, that fucking sucks. That's barely any better than XQC. I'm way too sore for this. Bro, I can feel my biceps. That goddamn lactic acid. Okay, but there's got to be a better way. Like, it's not recording my 6-7s. It doesn't record, you know what I mean? It's supposed to be much quicker. Brat says 6-7 maxing. Thank you, Brat. This is fucking exhausting, man. Okay. One sec. Maybe it's better standing up. No, it's not. Look. What is this? Feels like it's not working. Okay. Okay, I found it. I found it. Break. I'm too sore. I'm too sore. But it's not counting. Like, you see that? Look. You think it's the mic that's fucking it up? I'm too tired. I can't do it. Yeah, the face. Don't look at my face when I'm doing it. Dude, my biceps are going to explode, man. I'm too sore. I got to give it another day or something. This is it's not registering all of my 6-7s. I can guarantee you, it is not registering all of my 6-7s. Let's give it a couple of minutes. I'll do one more attempt, but my arms are going to fall off. I should not have gone to the gym before doing this. I'll try this again. Okay, getting 300. I'm ranked what? Let me try again. While sitting down. Look at that. They're cheating. I agree with someone's assessment that they're just being racist. Jay of the Dead. So remember, for 5 months, has 10 reps of 6-7 at the gym. Oh my God, right? No, what I need normally, a good exercise for this is to carry very light weights, like 1 kilogram or 2 kilogram weights, and just do this over and over again. And then when you let go of the weights and then you do this, it's incredibly fast. But it's not registering all my 6-7s. I think it loses count when your hands go out of frame. Is what Jess is saying. Yeah, I can't. How do I get my hands to not go out of frame? Okay, like none of these are working right now. This doesn't work. Can't. But I guarantee you I'm doing more than other people. Bring my arms up higher. Guys, I'm dying. Let me try it again, sitting down. Let me try to zoom out a little bit. Too tired. I'm dead. I'm gone, folks. I can't do this no more. I failed, y'all. I failed. Couldn't do it. But I did a lot more 6-7s than were counted. Like, that's kind of fucked up. I don't know. That's kind of fucked up if you ask me. Anyways, folks, that's been our live stream today. Super fun. Thank you for joining us. Sorry that I failed my mission. I mean, at least I beat XQC, but horrible. What's my best score so far then? 338. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. Total 6-7s. I've done 1,426 6-7s in total. Guys, thank you so much for joining in tonight. Thank you for hopping on the Chris Kunzler stream. That was super fun. Always love Chris for having us on. That was super nice. I'm tired as fuck. I need to eat. I need to relax. Thank you so much. Tomorrow, Demi and I will be building the Lego One Piece set. Folks, we're starting. That's it. Let me show you. One sec, I'm close, guys. I'm close. I'm coming back. Tomorrow, find us at Tino's Playroom. Okay, the link is pinned on top of the live chat. Subscribe to Tino's Playroom, which is the rebranded gaming channel. Okay, if you're already subscribed to the gaming channel, you're subscribed to Tino's Playroom. We're going to be building this beautiful One Piece Lego set. The Going Medi. It's going to be super fun. I don't know if we'll be able to finish this in one stream because it's 1,300 pieces. It's a pretty big one, but we're going to try our best. It's going to be super fun. So join us tomorrow on the second channel, Tino's Playroom. Subscribe. I want to get like 5 more subscribers. The link is pinned on top of the live chat. Click it. Have some fun. One Piece, exactly, Dreadful. I thought it was just one piece. It's 1,300 pieces. What do you mean? Thank you guys so much. I'm sorry I disappointed you with the 6-7 challenge. I disappointed myself, so fear not. I'm going to be working my ass off at the gym to come back and beat this fucking challenge. Thank you to everybody who sent in a super chat. Thank you to everybody who gifted a membership or who became a member, who subscribed to the channel. Much love. I will see you tomorrow on Tino's, at Tino's Playroom. And with that, as always, folks,